Question number 8. Can anyone be saved by keeping the law? If we could be saved by keeping the law, Jesus didn't need to die. But that was the only way for us to be saved, was through his sacrifice. Let me see if I can illustrate why this is so important. How many of you have heard the expression before, we're not under the law, but we're under grace? And some people interpret that to mean that not being under the law means you're free to disobey. Well, that's a scary thought. Did Jesus save us so we can sin? Or did he save us from sin? I was invited this year to do a debate. It's called a panel discussion. That's a friendly debate with 3 or 4 other ministers, and it was on TV all around Northern California. And the subject was the law of God. And one of the ministers took the position. He said, well, we can't keep God's commandments. We all know that nobody can obey God. And of course I wanted to ask, well, which ones are you breaking? But that wouldn't have been polite. So instead I asked this question. Can the devil tempt us to sin? How many here agree that the devil can get us to break God's law? Okay, everybody raise your hands. You all know we can all break God's law. All right? We believe the devil's powerful enough to get us to disobey and break God's law. How many of us believe that God is powerful enough to keep us from falling? This guy said no. He said, yes, the devil can tempt us to sin, but God can't keep us from sin. So in other words, your devil's bigger than your God. There's a lot of people out there that believe that. Well, we're all human, you know, and of course someone's going to say, well, who's perfect? We always like to do that. But what I'm telling you is the law is a perfect standard. If you lower the standard to what everybody's doing, it just keeps on going down to the lowest common denominator. That's what's happening in our society. I've got a lot more I can share with you on this that will be in future studies, but I need to move along here. Number 9. Why then is the law an absolute essential for perfecting Christian character?